right, and I'll change the label out. Let's see. There we go.
Heavy artillery's going off outside now.
Mm-hmm. No one would suspect it. They think it's just fireworks. Caught them napping. All right, got to get out of 4x3. Which side of the aisle are you on? Let's hope this just shows up and doesn't crash the computer like Real Miss Masterpiece did 15 frickin' hours ago or whatever. Ah, we had that conversation too. I don't have an opinion because I haven't tried it, so.
What are we doing? Breakfast with my cousin about VR.
Alright, let's get it on.
So are you, so Sarah, are you then against all VR because for you get motion sickness?
Should be banned through legislation.
Well, that's what people say, and I'm just like, bruh. Why you gotta step on my fun when you can't tolerate it?
Continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting
I don't know what I'm drinking.
I should legislate against you talking during the intro.
Speculate where it might have landed, but I must admit that such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Some random family. Okay.
Careful, they might be lining up to take a shot with a spare firework.
So, it's the middle of the day there.
Yeah, that's when the shenanigans start to come out.
Alright, so
Why does the book levitate?
it's so that you can stand up.
That always
Everything
bothered me.
accommodates.
That bothered
Everything is-
the crap out of me.
But everything is subservient to the VR no bending over experience.
Yeah, that's bullshit. It should be hardcore. I should have to bend over to pick up that book. It's immersive.
You are ableist. Oh, that is terrible
You can play
timing.
VR while sitting.
Wait a minute. That's bad. That sounds going to be closer to your freaking lag. That was nowhere close. And this shouldn't loop. This is cringe. So Frosting claims that you can get used to VR over time.
Yes.
That the motion sickness can subside if you keep at it. Which makes sense because what's fundamentally happening there is that there's something going on in your brain that's disorienting. Right? So it's just like learning to walk. Once your brain learns how to walk in VR, then it's no problem. So it makes sense that that would happen. Maybe I should try it before I turn 40. Maybe the older you get, the harder it is to adjust.
I have no idea. I will say, though, that I do still sometimes, this is semi-rare, but I will sometimes lose my balance because when using, like, the smooth movement, with a thumbstick where you're basically just sliding across the ground. But of course you're not moving, so you're just scrolling across. I don't
Have you ever
get
lost your
motion
balance
sick.
when you're like falling asleep? When you're, have you ever like you go to bed, you're trying to fall asleep, and all of a sudden, like in that moment where you're about to drift off, you feel like you're gonna like you're tripping and falling, and it like
Hypnagogic
jars
jerk,
you
yeah.
back, and you
Yeah,
you jerk back awake.
yeah.
I don't know. You just made me think of that. All
They
right,
did
so
eventually leave. I don't know why they were so insistent that I was the house to visit. I'd never seen this family before.
Maybe it was a test.
all right, so now we have all of these convenience buttons everywhere.
Yeah, I hate the convenience, but it's too, no.
It reminds you that it's a
Are we
game
talking
made
about
for
the falling
VR.
sensation?
Play.
When everyone's saying I've had that, or having random indigenous families turn up outside your house and not leaving.
Hey, Moss, you're not the main character of the stream. There's your clue.
Who is the main character of the stream? Well, it's gotta be you, right? You know, all this
Well, it was
accessibility-
Miss Lover, but she walked away.
With all this accessibility BS, I'm shocked that the imaging button isn't like on a stick jutting out from the thing. I guess they moved it up to the rim, which is almost just as bad. I appreciate the effort. I feel like it's detrimental to some of the aesthetic. all
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
can
say.
tell what they tried to do. They tried to. Everything's a compromise. Like they viewed everything as a puzzle. Specifically, I mean, from the design perspective, not the player perspective. Right. So there are all these different vectors, right? These different opinions that have accumulated over time about the way things should be, and they always, with each one, try to find the perfect way to meet in the middle. So I know we shouldn't talk politics, but do you know? Are you aware of the median voter theorem?
No.
Okay, so the median voter theorem is the idea that in politics, you have one group of people that wants a lot of something and another group of people that doesn't want it at all. And so the end political result is that you get a little bit of that thing and therefore nobody's happy, right? So an example of this would be like funding for public education, right? So one side wants a whole lot of it and the other side wants nothing to do with it because they think that same service can be provided some other way. So what you end up with is a tug of war situation where one side sees the budget as wasteful and the other side sees it as stingy, and so nobody's happy. And this happens over and over again. So I feel like what's happened here with their design approach is a median voter theorem where, you know, people want these kind of surreal effects, so you get a little bit of that, but then you want the rationalist approach, so you get a little bit of that. You get, you know, you have something that's easy and accessible, but you also want something that doesn't feel too, you know, contrived, something like that. So everything ends up just this hodgepodge, this meat in the middle thing. And so everything, it doesn't feel like this game really stands for anything because it tried to stand for everything. And I think they talked about it in their design. I mean, how they approached everything is kind of, you know, really taking into account every single thing, right? It can be done meticulously, and they can even have clever solutions, but it still is median voter theorem. It's just ultimately everybody ends up just complaining.
I appreciate that they did it. I respect that they did it.
I think some of their solutions are
I
actually
don't
kind of
think
clever
they had to
too.
do it,
Yeah.
is my whole thing. I
But
do
I've
love
seen
how
all
this
three.
whole game looks. This game looks gorgeous, I think. But yeah, the accessibility modifications do bother me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it makes it less immersive. And I was joking about the book floating. I don't really have a problem with that particular instance, but the
Well, it's a symptom of a larger phenomenon, sure.
yeah. Like, I hate this button box on the inside of the dock 4-chamber door, which just looks...
I'm already by the mechanical gears, so
Yeah,
that's your lag.
yeah, Jesus. But, yeah, like, that is just, like, the
You're
most...
still inside the 4-chamber for me. I probably should
Ooh.
reload.
Miss Lover,
Yeah.
I've been here the whole time, just have nothing to talk about. I just played through the entire real Myst, and there was nothing to talk about. I hope it was quietly being content with everything I was doing.
I would imagine that's an effect of making it VR accessible, like this game was intended to be in VR. Yeah, but you can make it in VR without being so terrified of the idea of somebody having to lean over. Like, come on. That's the part I don't like. It's like, yeah,
Can there not
okay.
be a button or something that you can push for your character if you don't want to actually have to lean? I don't know.
Yes, and a lot of games do that. Like, in games where you have to pick up stuff, which is most of them, a lot of the times what they'll do is, if you don't want to bend over, you'll have like this, some games will do it like a force grab, or some of them will do it like a laser pointer, and then you select the object in the near distance that you're trying to grab, and then it'll teleport to your hand or whatever.
See,
Which
it's this
somewhat
side.
breaks the immersion, sure, but
It's this side of the island that makes me want to turn into a radical environmentalist.
oh yeah. But shady, it's not accessible if they have hundreds of trees.
They can't fit between the trees. Don't need that message stuck up there until I take a picture. All right, so how are we doing this? I guess I counted up the marker switches.
Casual VR player. There's probably more of them than you think, but I don't know.
I can't
Use
run over
spacebar
these.
to take a picture.
Yeah. I don't want to take a picture.
People just take screenshots anyway. May as well build it into the game. Oh yeah, that's something else. Library bookshelf looks so small in this version.
Yeah, the rocks.
Yeah, that
Oh,
the
there you
exterior
are.
4-chamber button is kind of whatever. The interior 4-chamber button to get out again, it looks so tacked on. Because it's just a featureless black box with a flat red button. Like, come on, man.
All right, let's try that again.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been
Dear God, what a stupid bug.
Jesus Christ.
It's one of our sons.
What?
I just got to the point where the floating Atris had appeared. I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't
It
like
gets
that at all.
worse.
I should have known not to have left my library unchecked for so long.
Oh god, that's terrifying.
Books from the library and place them in the places of
Who that?
I'll be back.
I shouldn't have to use the books
Hey,
until I return.
welcome.
If you've forgotten,
Atris disagrees with
remember the teleportation.
us.
Don't worry, Catherine. Everything
What?
will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, and erase this message after you've viewed it, just to be safe.
Bug! Found another bug. You turn off and on the friggin' message.
He doesn't pause between his lines for long enough.
Oh, that's... Oh, okay, so you're talking about the Decaying acting skills.
Yeah.
Every version of Myst that Rand played gets worse with each version. That's the real loss of the soul in this game over time. Oh. All right, we can't do that. All right. Am I still alive?
Well, I can hear you, and the stream seems to still be going.
Okay. The game crashed and it gave me a memory error, so I'm trying to do too many things on this stream. So let me.
How much memory do you have, Shady?
At least 3 minutes.
Not enough, apparently. Yeah. Yeah, it gave me some error message, so this time it didn't shut down my whole computer.
This dude replied to my comment and then deleted his response.
Yeah, I guess he didn't feel that strongly about it. All right, so apparently it auto-saved. No graphics.
Yeah, but it's like the guy that made the video.
So?
Just makes it even more bizarre to me. It wasn't just a rando. It was the guy who made the video, replied to my comment, and then immediately deleted it.
Oh, you guys want the hand cursor?
Give him the hand.
Yeah, we don't want classic video mode. However much you guys hate the new models, I've seen enough of the old ones. Wait.
Yeah, I don't. So much of this game is so right, and the models are so. I don't know how.
How did this happen?
Yes, that's my exact question.
All right, so I'm gonna have to rescale it on
It also just further perpetuates certain fans like Moss just being like, aha, see? CG bad. FMV good.
Well,
Yeah.
this game is really supporting my arguments, so.
Yeah, exactly.
You both said the same thing. But you see, this makes Moss's argument look good. See, it makes my argument look good. Yes, yes. Like, it's a different version of agree to disagree.
He just had to get the last word in.
Ushta!
Why is the index finger so long, though?
Catherine, I've left for
if
you a
had,
message.
like another finger on that side, you'd have the flip off.
He's had it especially elongated.
My goodness.
It's your 7th.
And it's a right hand. It should be. You should have the option to switch, because otherwise it's bigoted towards the left hand.
I guess
Handed
it's
people.
not.
Here, what you could do, just get a mirror, and there you go.
Wow, magic. Yeah, there should be a handedness button.
Oh. I see.
I guess it's not that
I like
out
this.
of line. I guess I'm just used to the proportions of the old hand.
I don't like the rocks on the shelf. What is happening right now? Okay.
There's a rock on the shelf. La, 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 la.
Why can I not take the rocks off the shelf? They not allow that? They just want you to imply.
They truly look like rocks. I don't get it. That's what I thought they
Yeah, you guys
were
still
from
want
a
to see
distance.
that? I mean, it's gonna drag it out, but you know, I mean, I'll keep partying as long as you guys are down. But I'm just afraid you guys are gonna say, "Oh,
No,
it's
don't
getting
drag
late."
it out. That's my vote.
He's already
Get through
suffering enough.
another 2, 3 versions.
I mean, it's time-wise, it's 2, but
Oh. I might have to dip.
just out of sheer fatigue.
Yeah. I didn't even. I don't know. This whole
I'm
day
1.5
I've been-
times your age.
Yes, thank
You're
you.
such a
we know.
lightweight.
Yes, I know. No, I don't know. This whole day I've been feeling like garbage.
I wasn't sure I was gonna make it when I started this stream. All right, so in all fairness, they're all really quick except for the safe, which takes about 15 minutes on average.
Alright, do all of them except for the safe.
Fair. That's a good compromise. You guys still got to put in your guesses, though, for the safe combination. We're also going to spin where we're going first.
There's an imperfection in my glass.
All right, everybody, guess a number from 0 to 999. They all loop around, so every number is equally likely. All right, someone...
0 to 999.
Yeah.
999.
You pick... Is that your number, 999?
Yeah, I rolled something. Wow. I did 1 to 199, 999, and it picked 69.
069 is yours. Okay.
Yeah, 069.
Mine's 630. 630.
720.
Okay. I gotta pick. We'll go up to the tower now and resolve this quick, but I'm gonna pick an age either way. Let's see here. Whether we go there or not now. Spin the wheel.
Sunset, fireworks, sun ladder, spaceship, tree, book, page, marker, do. What?
Tell me when you guys see it.
Spinning. And... channel wood by a hair.
Yep. So we gotta do this.
What's
All
that
right.
mean? 5 out of 7 times now? Or 4 out of 6 times?
I think channel
It's
wood
rigged.
was...
It's
Yeah.
rigged.
The woods are rigged. The trees have eyes and hands.
All right, so we have a bunch of guesses in the chat, and Hurricane says 69, Moss said 630, and Frosting said 720.
Yes.
I'm gonna say 383.
Somebody said 420.
Yeah, we got some on the in the. I'm gonna say 383. Here it is. Oh wait, I forgot to change the tower. God, I'm dying. Oh, I see. Wow, it locks. Okay, I see. Wait. Oh, I see how it works. Well, yeah, I forgot to change the tower. I've spun the wheel, and that's not the same as rotating the tower. Will we play Myst 3 tonight? No, unfortunately.
I demand a respin.
I forgot to change this because I was so focused on this, on the wheel. Forgive me, I've been streaming for 16 hours? How long have I been streaming?
12. Well,
No. 7 a.m.
This,
So
Yeah.
16 hours, yeah.
yeah.
it says on the on your stream 16 hours.
Really?
Yeah, there's a
Oh, yeah,
little.
it
Yeah,
starts
it
there's
says,
a
on,
16.
it says right there.
Oh, the buffer only goes back 12 hours.
the
For some reason.
the gap. There's also a gap when my computer crashed.
Yeah.
Wait, why can't I climb this? Oh, there
No,
it
there's
goes.
more Myst after this. Don't worry.
There's that silly image. All right. What? Oh, 421 again. Didn't 420 win last time as well?
Eesh.
My guess was close too, but of course it will never win with a randomly generated number like that because you will always be blocked by someone guessing that in the middle.
Gosh darn, 431. Ugh.
All right.
And on that crippling disappointment, I'm going to later.
All right, we'll be here.
Alright, Happy New Year, Florida man.
Happy New Year, dude.
I'd stick around, but man, day has not been good. Want to avoid coming down with something.
What do you mean? This day has been excellent.
I just mean for me.
All right. Well, quit yawning on my stream. You're going to put everyone else to sleep.
Ugh. Alright. See you guys later.
See you later.
All right. Good night,
Bye.
Colonel.
Happy New Year.
So this is, you have to bear in mind, this is kind of the ultimate rationalist vision of Myst. So they didn't, well, I guess except for the VR accommodations, which is what makes it weird. I
got stuck on this puzzle when I first played Myst VR, because I didn't understand that they changed the gauge and I kept missing the elevator.
Wait. No. You just tap it. Don't drag it. Oh. It's just always on now? Hold on. Let me tab out real quick. Bring this back up. Okay. Yeah, it's not worth, you get an achievement in the Steam achievements, but it's not worth it to ride this one up in the air because it doesn't go very high. The reason for that is they wanted more spaces to go down below, so. I always noted how it's nearly impossible to just use the basic mechanism to go back up the elevator. They didn't really test that enough because they put the wheel so far away from the elevator that by the time it starts taking, it builds up enough pressure, it takes off before you have a chance to board it. But I don't need to do that this time. It's also neat that they kind of powered it though, using a similar pipe here. What's also nice about this is that this is completely impractical. Like there's so much other sort of pragmatic changes that it was nice to give flair to this part. I think that's why it's really nice. All right, well, this isn't synchronized to the music. Is Channelwood the best rendered age in this game?
Say so. I'd say so.
All right. There's a little bit of a draw distance going on right there in the reflection. That looks a bit odd. I didn't mean to spot that. "23 minutes till 23 begins here." I do believe these are randomly generated switches. Let's look at things just starting from the windmill. I will say, as nice as a lot of this looks, I will say when I approach the sun here, I just get this impression that standing along here would be just miserably muggy. And can you imagine? This would not be pleasant here at all. At least that's how I see it. Just humidity at 200%.
Looks like a Carter here.
starting to rain again by my house. I don't get too much rain down in California. Mainly because it's a desert.
Not in the slightest. Is that to me? You don't think it'd be muggy at all here? Yeah. Yeah, graphically, this doesn't seem to change that much. Yeah, I don't think it changes at all, actually. I think a half turn is not enough, but okay.
It would have been nice if they could have made the pipes transparent here so you could actually see the water flowing along the pipes.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I was gonna say, maybe if it's not the entire circumference of the hose and the pipe, at least just like the top part or something. But yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, as it is, this new water sound does sound like a pretty weak flow, like it wouldn't actually be able to power anything. Oh, was that a frog? What was that? I heard a splash.
I heard something was wrong.
Sarah, is that you?
Well, there are frogs around here, so...
There are frogs in my neighborhood in summertime. I don't know, they seem to disappear the rest of the year, but... See that automatic dimming and brightening. Alright, so it goes that way. I think the original does that too. And then this goes left. Aha! See, this goes right. Okay. So yeah, I think it is random. I think this goes right. I'm not sure. I wouldn't want to stand there. Okay. See, I often ask questions and then I forget how I phrase the question. So people will just answer it and I'll be like, I don't remember what I said because I'm just bullshitting this whole time. I'm not listening. Where are you? I'm not listening to me. So I don't remember if I said, like, do you think this is a really unpleasant place to stand? Or would you want to stand here? I don't remember how I phrased it. So when you answer yes or no, I'm like, I don't remember what I said. Because I'm just dropping the ball over here. Oh well. I'm trying, sort of. Still got a decent amount of adrenaline left in me. We'll see what happens when that gets depleted. Did they get rid of the burnt walkway in this version? I'm now upstairs, so I don't remember. There are no stairs. Up elevators? Up elevator? Oh, right. That is happening in 16 minutes.
The end of the world as we know it.
Yeah, all the 3D versions seem to expand the lengths of the walkways. Look how far that one is away from us. Y'all know me. I don't need no stinking map. I remember my way around this place. Actually, the map was more necessary in the Node version. Alright, you can just look everywhere. Also, this is the first version of Channelwood where you can walk on these outer ledges. I do like that. That has been driving me crazy. That I have never been able to walk on these outer rims of these huts, and now I can. So thank you, Cyan.
Its age is overall pretty good, so...
Yep, the only issue is the humidity. Except even here, there seems to be plenty of shade.
I do like how tropical they've made it.
Shady likes the shade. Who knew?
Yeah, tropical does work for Channelwood.
They've also reinforced the trees. They put the kind of these wooden barriers around them. Which I think is the first. Or I don't remember. I mainly remember Real Myst. Actually, I don't remember. I just played both the mobile version and the and Real Myst Masterpiece. I wasn't paying attention. Did they put these barriers around the trees? So yeah, this has always been a permanent door. If you had happened to, if they did have it shut from here, it looks like you could grab it from this side. So imagine jumping to the wrong side and then flipping it. That would actually make the game impossible, right? Because the elevator's gone. Huh. Yeah, good thing that doesn't happen. Am I still here? Reload.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Is the stream still here?
Find out in 25 seconds or so.
Okay, it says excellent. Okay, it looks like just the web page crashed. The manager thing. That's what it looks like. All right. New Year be coming. I'm a refill this glass. Hold on 1 second.
I don't know. Maybe it's gotten sick of you playing Myst all day. Just kidding.
All right. Oh, people are coming back right as I briefly left to refill the glass. I was gone for what? 60 seconds? 90 seconds? I don't think I was gone that long. All right, up we go. New Year's Day has now become a day of rest for me. The reason being obvious. This is the 3rd year in a row I've done this, and I think 4th year overall. I don't remember which year I did the GTA marathon. Which is fun. I'd love to try it again, but the problem with it is you can't have a VOD of it unless you turn off the music, which ruins the point of GTA. Also, like this touch, you cannot manipulate this from this side. Oh yeah, what pages am I grabbing?
Just grab all of them.
What is that?
You can carry.
Oh, that's
You
right.
can
They
carry
don't
more than
warp.
one. You can,
That's right. You're
you
right.
can carry more than one of them at a time. So.
All right, you're repeating yourself many times. I guess you're tired too.
Dude, it's not even close to 12 for me, and I'm already getting tired.
You gotta stick it out with the rest of us.
I know. But the question is, even if it hits, how long are you gonna go afterwards? Are you gonna do the full 24 hours or what?
So the goal is actually this game and one plus more.
1 plus more.
Yeah. So it's randomly generated in
What's
this
the
version.
other game?
A very slight detour that is not worth time consideration for, because it's very short.
Hmm.
Am I here on the stream still? I had to reset everything. Let's see. Oddly, the YouTube chat is not. See how the... Okay, so it looks like I'm back, and it looks like the stream is back. I'll just stay on this screen and see. I see the chat. I don't see it in the video. Oh,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year,
Happy New
Shady.
Year, Shady.
it looks like I'm barely live. I think I'm here.
Yeah.
I think I'm present for the moment.
I got another 2 hours for myself, but Happy New
Gabe.
Year, Shade.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, it barely strung together. Okay, so I'm gonna...
Now do like what streamers do best. Just point your camera at your keyboard and just fall asleep when they do this.
Chat's back.
Sounds very tempting.
Yeah, I had to reset that link. I bet this one's broken too. Yeah, see, those are old. Look how old that link is. Wow. So I just change the link to something bogus and change it back. There we go. Yeah, you gotta refresh it. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, all the fireworks are going on outside. Let's see. All right, so let's get the game back up. This view. Autosave. Okay, so I picked up the blue page. Do I dare push this? I guess there's no need. Screw it, I guess. All right. So yeah, thanks everyone for being patient with me and my technical difficulties. I'm so glad they didn't quite exactly overlap. The new year, I was barely here for the change. All right, so that was not hidden.
Now a spoon instead of a knife on cheese plate.
What was that?
It's now a spoon instead of a knife on the cheese plate.
Yeah, what is that utensil? Looks like it could be
A spoon?
either one depending on which end you're using.
Oh no, wait, it's a knife. Yeah. Looks weird.
That is interesting. The garden? What's the garden? Oh, the center place? That's interesting. I actually was wondering what they would call that place. Oof, I can walk just right into the drawer. Minor bug, less important bug than the one where Atrus's mouth doesn't move. I should try to erase that message after I viewed it just to be safe. So yeah, I've been trying to get my live stream archive channel up to date. I still have, I think, 19 streams left in 2022 backlogged. This is going to be an adventure to weed through and dissect, and I don't know. There, it crashed again. I've got to turn down some settings or something. Let's see. No, that's the wrong one. Am I
Don't
still?
blame yourself, Shady. It's shitty coding.
Still live?
Yeah.
Live on Discord and live on YouTube are two different things. Do I need to turn down some graphic settings? I usually don't bother. I just say, yeah, give me all the settings. Autosave January 1st, 2023. Look at where it autosaved. I mean, the autosave has been so clutch. Look at this. Like, why would I even bother? I've been thinking about getting a new setup anyway.
You need to get, yeah, you're going to get one for Titanic Honor and Glory.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How is that coming along?
Apparently there was supposed to be an alpha version being released to supporters in, I think it's the second half of 2022, but I don't know what's happened to it. I haven't been following it.
Well, that's over
I just
with.
hope they don't forget.
Unless it
because,
comes out in the next hour and a half on the West Coast.
Well, yeah, there was, yeah. I just hope because the thing is, they haven't been, there was an Indiegogo campaign around 2014 or so, which I backed, but they just haven't been releasing any updates to that campaign, so I hope they don't forget that people who supported the Indiegogo campaign, most of them are entitled to a free copy because of the tier. Yeah, I hope they haven't forgotten, otherwise I'm going to be super pissed.
So you're okay saying pissed to refer to being angry?
Yeah, it can mean both. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, you saw the frog. Sarah has the eye for the frog. I heard a splash. So I was, but I didn't see it. Fireflies.
You can stack the pages in this version, so you can actually have 6 pages set aside next to the red and blue books.
There's actually an achievement for that. I know you don't care about achievements, but it just shows that they intended that to be as like an extra thing for the player to achieve, to accomplish.
Well, the GOG version doesn't even have achievements, so...
No, but the point is that when a game developer sets aside achievements, that means that they specifically thought, we want the player to consciously do this. Right? That's what I'm saying. So it's a little window into game design and kind of how developers are thinking. Instead of, yeah, I didn't really think about it. No, they did think about it. So yeah, I remember doing that on one of the other streams. I guess I did it. I mean, I have all the achievements for this game. How many times have I streamed this game? I did like the main one where I tried it out. Did I play it another time? I must have. Or did I go back and replay it enough just in that one day? I was going to say something else about Fireflies. There was some place I remember back in Austin, when I lived in Austin, there was a spot kind of by a nature trail where there was just this insane breeding ground of fireflies, and it was incredible, just the sheer density of fireflies in this one area that I would say spread, I could say the length of this path here, maybe a bit longer. This path from here to the elevator, maybe a little bit longer. Just like imagine that path, like, and some real heavy foliage to one side of it, and just like way denser than this, just fireflies just all along. It was crazy. Yeah, it was a really neat sight to see. Yeah, so that water doesn't look like it would brighten up too much, but it also looks like it's not. It looks like it's kind of thinning out toward the bottom there. And the page crashed again. I think my stream may have just had it.
Enough Myst for one day.
Yeah, I guess. I'd have to refresh the page, the web page, to determine. Actually, let me close Brave and restart it so that it's just that one. Okay, it looks like I'm still here. So it's just that one tab, right? When you, because I got a bunch of tabs open, right? But if you just started the browser, it hasn't actually loaded those other tabs. Yeah, it just kind of fades out. All right. One age down. Do I set the pages down next to the books, or do I hold on to them?
Probably set them down.
I don't want to accidentally put them in the books. That would be horrible.
No, you won't. It's pretty straightforward. Because you just
So
don't click on the book, you just stand near it.
Okay. My old ass can't remember new information anymore. All right. Spin the wheel. Oh. Oh, yeah, this is page reset. We just went to Channelwood, hide the inputs. All right, here we go. Good call. You also won the Channelwood thing, didn't you? The code. All right, so turn that off. Turn this back. All right, so all right, we'll do the random guessing. Just gotta listen for it. Browser crashed again. All right, I guess you guys just let me know whenever the stream breaks. All right, that's combination 2. 3 out of 56. 4. So on average, you'd expect 28. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. I guess I can just look at the model, huh? 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. So that's a quarter of them right there. 15. Also, am I still here?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. $16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. Okay, it was number 21. I was gonna say that's the last combination using the bird here. So it's the bird, the eye, and the snake. Salamander, is that the snake? Where's the salamander? Where's... Alright, it's combination number 21, so 3/8 of the way through in the first half. I consider that lucky. Come on, reload the page. It just won't load. Not enough memory to open this page. I don't know. I don't need anything over 60. Does that help? Don't need motion blur. Nope, that's just gonna crash it again for some reason.
Shady.
All right, I've reset. It crashed immediately that time when the stone ship lights went out.
If your computer's running out of memory, you don't necessarily need an all-new computer. You can just upgrade your memory.
I mean, my computer's 5 years old now.
As of 2023.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't buy it on New
Probably
Year's.
mine's about as old as yours.
Oh,
The old-
great. My audio is not set up on this restarted system. Hold on. Nobody's hearing the audio right now. Got to switch this back. That's correct. That's correct. I think. Okay, there it goes. think. I mean, do you guys hear that?
Perfect.
Sounds okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you hear. Wait, you are hearing the game there?
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
The metal footsteps are making me want to play Uru again.
All right, so let's get past this part. All right. Yeah, I'm really appreciative of you guys being patient with me here. It's probably pretty easy to give up on me. All right, so let's go in on the left. Run left, run left, run left. Passage should be on the left. It's on the left. It's in that in every version except Scum VM, so it might be another case of the programmer messing it up. All right, there it is. So that turns the battery on forever. Unless I press a bad button, I guess.
Music doesn't change after you press the button, though. That's annoying.
One of the other versions did that. Was it the Scum VM? This wasn't the only
might have
version.
been, yeah. I think
One of
that
the
was an
other
issue with,
versions.
Miss Masterpiece. I think Real Miss Masterpiece Edition might have had that issue as well.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely not unique to this one. Okay. So this is in plain sight again. Alright, weapons and ink.
Needles. Truck.
Yes, and that one. Not the first one, in the second one, yes.
Good to see that he hasn't changed.
Yeah, Cirrus turns out to be exactly who we expected him to be. I do like the touch of cartography in this age. All the globes and maps and stuff, just that particular facet of conquest.
This
Why
room
do they
does feel blander than the original room did for some reason. I think there's just parts of the room are missing detail.
I remember you saying that. I don't really understand why. I think
I'm not sure, but I'm looking at the
it a
room as well, and yeah.
Is it
I don't
just
know
a
why,
slightly
but
larger room? Oh, well, let's see here. The plants are a little more recessed. Is it slightly smaller objects in a slightly larger room?
Probably that's part of it, yeah.
Probably to accommodate VR, which is top priority. Which I am curious. I want to try VR, and if it does give me the
VR,
queasinesses.
It depends on what the game is, but there's some ones where they just teleport you there, so it's not as bad as the movement ones. The movement ones are just
Yeah, I'm open-minded. I want to try it, and I want to, be patient with it if it takes some adjustment period. Let's go through here.
But if you could do that in Myst, I would also, if you do get VR, I would also suggest the room for VR. I haven't finished that one. I got stuck on a puzzle. I didn't want to look it up either.
It's been many years since I played the original The Room, or I don't know, maybe it wasn't. Or that game was. There was a version before what I'm thinking of. So
they freaking put The Room Old Sins on Steam. I was like, oh, it's a new Room game. Nope, it's the one from the phone.
Yeah.
I was like,
I was gonna say something really dumb. I was gonna say there was the one before the original, right? No, the original is not the first. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. My language is just, I can't speak words good.
Titanic would be the other good one, Shady. Even though that's technically not a game. That's just walking around.
Is it ever gonna be more than that, or that's not? That's.
Well, they were going to make it a game, and then they just made it to. It was. They just decided to go overboard, so they pretty much decided, it's like, okay, everyone just wants to walk around the ship in intricate detail, so we'll just give them that because
I like
practical, and it is what people want. So
I like it. I like that decision. Just find what you're really good at and deliver that. Yeah.
So I remember thinking when the original lead designer was saying, oh, you'll be able to spend like the entire week on the ship, and there'll be like NPC.
I noticed that too, Super Gamer. Yeah, I was gonna chastise them for bad taste, but it's been over 100 years, so who cares?
But
they'd all be dead anyway.
Yeah, and everyone was looking at it and thinking, it's like, no, this actually isn't possible. And even if you do manage to do this, everyone's probably going to hate it. And then I was thinking, it's like, I just want to walk around the ship. And it turns out that was pretty much what everyone else was thinking. So I'm cool with that. I just want to see the ship and just walk around it and immerse myself and feel like I'm actually on that ship from 111 years ago.
Oh, that was bizarre as shit. Oh my good. Oh no, I broke the game in a completely different way. Oh
geez, I just saw that.
No, I have not recovered.
Didn't you have a...
This is different. This is a different kind of game-breaking experience.
Wasn't there something...
You found a bug, Shady. That's unbelievable.
I thought I've seen this bug before. I wasn't sure if it was by you or somebody else.
I just can't do anything right. What have I done? If I move the mouse down and it is moving toward the floor. Okay. So if I turned... Alright, we can beat the game this way. So if I turn the game this way, if I were to turn my monitor...
You would have to put it into like portrait.
Yeah.
Flip your monitor and then go to your settings and then go to portrait.
Could you try and finish the age like this? Because I'm sure once you link out, the game will correct you.
That's what I'm wondering. That sounds like an interesting experience.
And if you go to another zone, maybe it'll all reset. Because the only time I have to set my my monitor portrait is to for one of my jobs. If there's too much of a lot of items, I put it to portrait so I get more lines.
Yeah, some people did that at work, like for certain spreadsheets.
Yeah, I use a program called SAP, and if I do it normally, it only gives me like 25 lines to start, but then 24 after.
I'm just gonna turn my head here to try to get through this.
But if I go portrait, it goes like 64 lines.
Okay, this turned correctly. that's all I needed. Okay. Just get to
Okay,
the
cool.
control. Okay.
Also
Is
nice.
this
I was like, I
turn
don't have.
sideways any
Yeah.
percent?
Say what? Yeah, yeah. Actually, there was a in the original version or the original build of Quern, there was a bug where you could interrupt the opening sequence. You like the opening sequence of the game, you're lying on your side, and if you interrupt that, you can break the clipping. And there's some other, there was like this mound, this rock out of bounds, but inside it had all the inventory items as like a debug thing. So what players could do if they interrupted that opening sequence when you were on your side, they could break out of bounds, but they were on their side. But they could go out of bounds, and they would go into that mound and just grab all the items they needed to just unlock the very last thing in the entire above ground portion of the game, which was like 3/4 of the game. So they could just skip to like the 75% mark of the game, but they would have to navigate that whole opening sequence while sideways, because by interrupting that sequence when you start the game on your side, you never stood up correctly. So yeah, you can look at the 6-minute runs of Quern, and they all just take advantage of that bug, and they're just hopping around. They look exactly like that, but they're doing it fluently. Probably doing that sideways monitor trick in some way. Oh, this isn't open. Oh, I didn't hit the button. I was too distracted with the sideways thing. I actually didn't really look at the detail in this enough. In the compass rose room. So I was messing with the battery and then messing with my computer. Yeah.
That's the camera angle.
Yeah, well, that happened after the compass rose room. Yeah, see, now we don't do the surreal chocolate book anymore. It's a button in a mechanical desk. All right. All right, we're halfway through one more version. This is... What are we up to now? Is this number 6?
6.
I don't know.
All right. All right. Oh, no stone ship. All right. Hide that. All right. Selenitic or mechanical? Selenitic is always done very late, is it not?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna knock it out now.
No, you're not gonna try and figure out the piano tune manually, are you?
What do you mean? I mean, I
Like,
can't
you're not
guess.
gonna try and guess it.
No. No, just the tower rotation. So let's see here. There's 19. 22. Let's put them both together. All right, so that's 41. 42, 43, 44. Let's go up to 50. Okay. 52. Ooh, 60. So it's something larger than 60. Oh, 62 is too big. All right. So it's either 60 or 61. That's the nothing sound, right? I flipped both switches. Or does it make a sound when it reconnects? I don't know. Dang it, I said bigger than 60. I meant bigger than or equal to 60, but that's just inconvenient with the tongue. Oh. Hold on a second. So 61 was wrong, so it must be 60. You got rid of the feature where it tells you when it resets. So it may have reset. Let's see. Nope. $74 Colts. Well, it shut down at 62 and didn't restore at 61, so it's got to be 60. No, that's the wrong one. Here it is. All black keys. Ugh, annoyingly high pitched. I can do that by ear, but they put the little notches on the display besides, so you have to kind of, if you want to try to do it by ear, that's a great example actually of what I was talking about. Oh, I do hear the power come back on. I guess maybe the audible cue is not present if there's nothing flowing through the wire. But anyway, that's a great example of what I was talking about at the beginning of streaming this game, about how it always compromises everything. Because what they do here is... Actually, hold on. Before I get in there... What am I doing with the marker switches right now? Have I just not been to mechanical? Yeah, I just haven't been to mechanical. So let's just leave all those on. What was I saying? How they always compromise between like the different angles. Like people argue it should be like this, it should be like that. The thing, remember when I talk about the median voter theorem? This spaceship felt like that because you really should do it by ear, but some people can't, but some people want to. So their compromise was to have very tiny visible notches where the notes are. But they're difficult to ignore once you see them. So it feels like not actually the best compromise. I don't remember what my other solution was. Okay. Good night,
Alright,
Sarah.
Good night, Sarah.
Thanks for hanging out
Happy New
and
Year.
have a
Happy
good
New Year,
2023.
Happy New Year.
Wait, what? He's not. Hurricane's not in the new year yet. He's got another hour.
I think. Has he?
I know, but
Alright.
they're whoever's leaving kind of thing.
Yeah. All right, let's see if I can.
Yeah, I got another hour-ish.
I think it's that. I think it's that. Ah, what do I have? Is that no. This one. Or do I just have the order wrong? I didn't really pay attention to the numbers. I was thinking about the 5 notes. This might actually be the last one. Why am I trying to do this after streaming for how long? 17 hours? 18 hours? Yeah, this is a 5, you silly.
Yeah, that's right. The low note is the 5th one, yeah.
Yeah. So you can randomly generate 5 black keys and it'll sound alright no matter what they are. 'Cause it's just all pentatonic. Notice I'm looking right. I'm not looking at the screen at all. I'm even not looking at my cursor, so. Oh, see, you can tell I was grabbing the fourth one. There it is. Super Jesse, you've been in and out all day. Welcome back. You haven't seen this version of Myst? When they came out, I guess the first version 3 years ago now. Well, even in my time zone now. Just ticked an hour ago. Yeah, if you haven't seen this version, you might find Selenitic to be of interest.
I do like this one, but I have issues with the Maze Runner.
I really like the surface.
Yeah.
I do feel a bit chilly. When I'm
feel like it's
standing
sort
here
of
in this version.
Arctic.
Is it
It
just
feels
me or-
Arctic with a volcanic heat.
Oh, okay. It didn't crash. I just got stuck on a rock. Let's hope my computer can handle this. Yeah, they rearranged all this stuff in this on the surface level.
The Oasis was on the right originally.
So yeah, this is a good example of kind of outside the box innovative changes that I like. Why does that light not turn on though? Pardon me. So see, always in the past, the fountain pointed out back toward the water, whereas now it's creating a little stream here, which I guess it goes back into the water right there. I thought it went a little long. I thought it went like here before it went over. My memory's bad, but it's still enough of a stream where you can kind of see it flow there. I wish I could stand up on this rock, kind of like how I can stand on that other one. I think that's actually one of the main things I like about this age is I feel just the right amount of chilly to where it's just slightly uncomfortable in a good way.
I'd still argue it. This gives me a warm feeling, Shady. This area actually looks a bit warm.
This area right here by the
No, the whole area, because I sort of feel like it's...
yeah,
the
this
dust
right
is
here would
coming
be
off, a volcano. Now all the dust that's around feels like it's coming off a volcano.
That doesn't capture my emotion. I feel when I look at this, I'm just looking at this area over here. When I'm sitting over here, it's just the cool lighting, and I'm hearing the fountain. The way it just brings me in. I don't rationalize it in any way. I just kind of stand here. And I don't know. That's what... That's the feeling I get. But you see, that's the thing about Myst, right? So, I mean, you take it back to its roots. The original Myst always had very distinct compartmentalized regions even within the same world that could feel very different. That was part of the original surrealism. Was that a meteor? Yeah, I guess it was.
Anyway, I think I'm going to call it quits for today. So,
All right, Longfoot. Thanks for hanging out.
Happy New
It's been
Year,
a,
Longfoot.
yes,
it's been a
thank you,
fun
you too.
time. Is that a bent counterweight?
And good night.
All right. Good night, Delco. I want to walk once through in the dark and then another time through in the light, but now that I've done that, I wonder, I seem to recall there may have been a bug somewhere in that whole effort. I don't know. All right. So,
I love how you can see the rocket ship in the background here. I thought that was a really nice change.
what did you say? Let's see.
So when you're scrolling along the various transmitters, you can see the rocket ship in the background. I thought that was a really nice touch.
Oh, there. Possibly to get your bearings. I don't know. Yeah, who needs degree numbers? That's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it just looks nice having the rocket ship in the background. It ties everything together.
I did not mean to do that. So yeah, before they've always had this concept of like a perfect alignment. Now, I mean, I guess internally the computer considers something to have that, but it's never been important, but now they don't even officially signal it. You do see the different camera angles. I'm just looking what the correlation is between the camera angles and the satellites, but I guess that doesn't really matter. So it can pick up the wrong signal? Yeah, it can. So that means this version makes you pay attention to the different symbols. It's probably a good design change.
Good night, Jokalox.
Water, earth, air, time, and fire. Yeah, the other versions you could do that. You could set your degrees to. Oh, there go the bats. Bats, bats, bats. No, come back. Where are you? Maybe that's why. That's what I never remember. So the visual representation of the sound, I say this every time. It's too hard to read. It's a good idea. But it doesn't stay on the screen very long either. No, I always put time last. It's not time. So yeah. Fire's last this time. There it goes. So that's another thing about this version. It has the option to have some randomized codes. Still a pufferfish. Did you ever, I mean, they had, you know, previews, screenshots on their website for, you know, while it was in development. I mean, I don't know how under a rock you were living. Like, did you not know they were even making this, or? I mean, in a way, that could be wonderful, right? If it's just like, voila, here it is, out of nowhere. It's not a procedurally generated maze on the fly, right? I assume it's choosing from a sample of viable mazes, because you can get the original maze.
They should have randomized the directional sounds, I think. That was, I think, a bit of an oversight.
Yeah. That would really put my butt up shit creek, because we still haven't been to mechanical. And we have a randomly generated maze on top of it. That's, oof.
Yeah, fine.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, as long as this stream is, I do want it to end eventually.
I still really preferred the immense cave to the mine. I also think the track should have had more variety in terms of, you know, swerving it. They should have been larger. And
Uh-oh. We may have gotten the original maze. Got north and then west.
I got north, west, and then I think 3 wests in a row. The
I got
second
like
west is
6
swerve 90
norths in a row.
degrees.
That's my idea of a randomly generated maze.
It went west,
Oh.
west,
Oh.
swerved 90 degrees, ended up south, then said, no, go west again.
All right, let's see. Maybe I'll get your maze. No, it didn't swerve. Oh. Oh. North, west, west, west. It's swerving south. Maybe I'm right that it's picking from a certain set of mazes. No.
Yeah,
It's,
I
no.
think
It's turning the other way. I looked ahead. It looked like it was turning west. No, turning left.
Yeah, that
but it's going to the
confused me.
right.
It turned a slightly different direction, yeah.
It's going north
It
now.
swerves one direction, then goes another. Alright, so it's a different maze.
But it still wants us to go west.
I did map a couple of these out just for fun, some of these new ones.
So it's like what? North, west, 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 north?
Yeah, some of these, I don't know how they generated them. This wouldn't have been how I generated a maze. The maze. I would
That's
have
an
generated
interesting
the
problem,
main
but
path.
only secondary to generating a viable planetarium.
I know, but I probably would have done it so it generates the correct path based on certain criteria, and then it generates some extra red herrings paths off the main correct path. So you could have something similar to the original in that. Okay, it introduces the 45-degree angle tracks at a certain point. It introduces 90-degree turns at a certain point. And so it figures out the main path based on that, and then it figures out, okay, at this particular point in the maze, you can go 2 stations off the main path. So yeah, that's how I would have done it personally.
All right, so let's try a wrong path. If it exists. I think that's a wrong path, right? I think I came from there. Let's see what it does here. It just tells me to go back where I came from.
Yeah.
See if there are
It
any
makes sense.
additional.
But it means as well you can't just rely on the fact that it's telling you to go in a certain direction, but at the same time it means that the maze isn't giving you a red herring. It's always telling you the solution, but you have to know what it's saying.
So is that new to this Myst, or was it new to Real Myst Masterpiece? I'm getting them all confused now.
That was new to this Myst.
Okay,
Real Myst
I
and
thought
Real
so
Myst
too.
Masterpiece wouldn't play any sounds at all on wrong paths, and the original Myst gave red herrings.
Yeah. I don't know if I could make it in 6 days. I would need the architecture for, right? I don't think I said a Bible planetarium, but I may have said viable. I don't know.
Yeah, you said viable.
Wait. Okay. Southeast. That means it's the last one, right?
Not necessarily, but you can see the you
My
can actually tell
goodness!
which
You
track is
can.
the last one. Because it's got the grading around it.
Can't crack one joke around you, Moss.
Yeah, I think I got a double southeast at the end as well.
Are you sure it didn't turn north at the beginning? You mapped yours out.
Definitely was west and then it served. Then swerved south.
Okay. All right. I believe you, or at least I believe that you
And you
believe your
can't-
testimony.
And you can't backtrack once you reach the last point in the maze like in earlier versions.
How does that make you feel? Do you agree with that?
I strongly disagree because it's pointless.
Yeah, I would probably circle disagree rather than strongly disagree, but sure. You know, in the 5-point survey.
A Likert scale.
Yeah, those. So here's some more of those crystal things. And here's the lava cave. I don't know about you, but I believe this place is a bit unstable.
Still got 17 viewers.
Yeah, get more caffeine, stay with us. Yep. I guess that's all to see here. I think I grabbed both pages. All right. Come here. Last one mechanical? Is that what it is? Yeah. Started with
Yep.
Channelwood. All right. They really did rule out only 12 o'clock because I've gotten codes. I got a 12:30 and I got a 9 o'clock. So there's no guarantee that you have to move both hands.
I'm still confused though why the mechanism looks like a clock and yet it doesn't actually correspond
Yep.
to the clock mechanism.
It's weird.
I mean, it's even got like the 12, 3, 9 and 12, 3, 6 and 9 markings. You'd think it would line up. So it really just... It's one of these instances where why would you ever do this even if you intended to? Because most people are going to look at it and think you made a mistake.
Yeah. It looks like a mistake to me, but I guess they never patched it. I don't know. Is it both hands or is it just the minute hand?
I can't remember, but they're probably going to make a 2.0 anyway. I imagine when they'll do what they did with Real Miss Masterpiece.
Because it looks like it's...
Where when they have a second, they are going to put out a patch because they're going to add rhyme. And they're probably going to add more tweaks to the rest of the game.
It does indeed look like the hour hand works as expected. So yes, I've been guessing the combinations on Myst Island, except for the Channelwood save. That is
And the piano.
It's kind of
and
stupid,
the
but it's
organ,
sort.
I mean.
The tower rotation, whatever. I don't know why you always have to nitpick and correct me for whatever possible imperfect wording. Why is that so important to you?
Because you were saying guessing everything on Myst Island. but you
That's
meant
good
that.
enough. You got to start applying that cooperative principle to language.
You did confuse me initially, though, when you were talking about that stuff.
Well, the point is about the tower rotation. The point is that the tower rotation is the main thing that unlocks everything on Myst Island. But
Yeah.
I kind of prove with this exercise that it's not really necessary. Oh wow, that feels even more broken than it, because it's like 1.5 speed or less. The hour hand there. This is the first time I've had to work at this. Usually it's one of the first half times. It's only 144 things to check. It's not that many. Takes just a couple minutes. And we can have these riveting, nitpicky philosophical discussions about, you know, how precise your language really has to be. Wait, did I do this one? I guess so. I guess we're already in the second half, right? Because I did the 12s already, so... Let's go, let's get to the mechanical age. This whole stream has been about the passage of time. A really long stream. Or no. This one. A really long stream. Bringing in a new year. Yeah, I couldn't finish that thought because I was caught on the controls here. But you know, hundreds of thousands of people are subscribed to a guy who uploads videos called Sitting and Smiling. Wait, no, not that one. Okay, so I did do 8:30. If I go all the way around, it turns out
He's not a sandpiker.
that I have. If it turns out that I managed to skip over it, whether I, you know, there are ways I can screw it up, right? I can accidentally, you know, move the minute hand over a spot, or I could maybe in my absent-mindedness, in my absent-mindedness. Oh my god.
It's been
Maybe
over 18 hours.
miss.
It's been super long.
I might miss the hour. Might miss the. Yeah, my words are bad. I might miss the button. That's the word. The button. Ugh. just my luck to get a bad combination here. Anyway.
Could be 11:55.
Yeah, I started at 7 a.m. and it's almost 2 a.m. So that'll be 19 hours. My longest stream was 28 hours. That'll probably stay the record forever. There just is no solution to this. If I happen to skip over it, I'll go to the tower. I'm not going to go through this twice. I'll just admit defeat and it's alright. There it is. 10:55. You ass of a game. That makes up for the time it picked 12:30.
I still think my 0-degree solution for stone chip was the luckiest one.
One, three, three. No. Ah, game. Stop it. Mechanical H ends up being more of a hassle to guess randomly than I thought. Hold on, I messed this up. Yeah, my brain is... I'm tired of that. I'm trying to grab this. 232. All right. So I was doing it kind of systematically, but doing some things twice to avoid skipping. So my 28-hour stream was, well, the goal was, it was the New Year's stream before I started doing it every year. It was the GTA Vice City. Try to 100% the game in 24 hours. It took me 28 hours. So that took long enough to get through that. I don't like how decapitated this gear looks, but okay.
I think they should have given the music a makeover as well, because it doesn't really suit the new visuals as well as it should.
You can't change the music. Oh, you mean that specific one?
No, like reorchestrate the music. Because they've redone everything else. Why not the music? I'm not saying replace it. I mean just redo it in an orchestral style or something. Like, make it sound more like Uru.
I suppose you could do that. Oh yeah, that's where the secret button is now. Can't sit in the chair because we don't sit in chairs in this version. But I guess it's par for the course, right? You never take the money, you don't, you know, take the alcohol, etc. I like the way this one's scratched out. Looks good. Hey. Does the bird break in this version? Doesn't really do that. It's kind of, when I just click it, it just... See, it looks like it just automatically does a 3/4 turn. So I don't think it's... I did break the ones in the, in Real Myst Masterpiece and the mobile version. Hello? There we go. All right, which way is this one?
Tries for me as well.
This one goes
I don't know
clockwise. That's OG Myst, right? That goes clockwise?
Yeah.
So OG Myst and Myst VR go clockwise, and everything else goes counterclockwise, I think.
I don't think it has inertia though.
No. Hey, nutcase, you're back. I don't like how it doesn't let you go to the middle part. It doesn't let you go to the middle part from the ground floor. Take me to the middle floor. So this is all function. There's no room for aesthetics here, except unless you count the gears themselves as the aesthetic. And also, when I say things like I'm doing all the Myst Island, what I'm clarifying is I'm doing not all the random stuff, because there are 10,000 possible combinations to this one, and no, I'm not guessing those.
Good.
Hmm?
Good.
You know, what's funny with all of its practical changes, right? So like in the in Sirius's room here, old versions you just wave your hand over the crystals or the cursor, right? So that's what was sort of surrealist about it. But now you have actual physical buttons for all of that. Oddly enough, as someone who likes that kind of stuff generally, I'm actually a little bothered by the proximity, merely proximity for this. Not that it's impossible for it to detect you walking up close, but I would kind of feel it would fit the vibe of this more if there was just like a little, you know, little thing to stand on here. Good morning, Vietnam.
I would have preferred a button, to be honest.
You would have preferred what? You cut out what?
Button to turn it on and off.
Just something to actually turn it. I kind of like these wide walkways. Oh yeah, we're well past 18 hours. It's almost 19 hours. Forgot to go in here. I'm getting very forgetful now. This head is well preserved. This one just constantly shocks the victim. Or the perpetrator, if he deserved it. I don't know. Guilty till proven innocent, it looks like around here.
Well, I got about less than 30 seconds till I get it.
Alright, somebody count it off.
Alright,
And
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
Alright.
Happy New Year.
It's basically everyone except what? Alaska and
New Year.
Hawaii's left. Who's left?
I was annoyed the buzzing synced for
I think
some
they
of
have
that
3
countdown
hours.
and then stopped.
What was that? What was
I
that?
believe they have another 3 hours to go for Hawaii.
But the buzzer, that buzzer indicating the elevator was going to go down, synced up with my countdown for the first 6 seconds and then stopped.
That's what they should have called it. As it is, what you're seeing right below me has always been the name, and that's what they call it. That's the aesthetic of the game.
And now all the people outside are shooting fireworks, even though there's rain outside, going hard.
So somebody said 25th anniversary. Is that feels like misinformation? They didn't call it that, did they?
It's, yeah, just missed 2020, I think.
Because the 25th anniversary would have been 2018, but this came out in 2020, and the PC version not till 21. So
30th anniversary is this year, so.
yeah.
And now, let's see how long I last before I knock out.
Ooh, repeating symbol. Confirmed possible. Alright, I think it's 5586. Actually, I think my last stream confirmed repeating symbol is possible now.
How much more of this game do you have left?
This is the last age, so not that much left.
Okay.
I've been a little nervous about who's actually going to be willing to stick with us beyond it, though.
Yeah. Well, as long as I have something to keep me company, I'll probably be able to stay.
That'd be nice.
Are you doing the full 24 hours, I guess?
It probably won't quite be. We're, it's going to be in the... Depending on how briskly I progress through the last one, which at this point, I've done so much. Probably don't need to be too attentive to detail on the last one, so... It's somewhere 21, 22. Let's see. If we're hitting 19 right now, yeah, probably 22. I don't know. But we'll see. I'll try to go fast.
Between 3 and 4 hours, I guess.
Oh, look at me. I faced it west instead of south because I'm not paying attention. Oh, I guess that means we get to see the skeleton thing, but you can't actually view it because it's the VR thing. And it's also the rastered image as opposed to anything 3D. There's some weird things that end up in these otherwise high quality versions, and that's also going to happen as I continue to try to rush through. Oh, let's go through this fast. Not happening because you forgot this and this and you did this wrong. 23 hours for the memes. That would imply I would have to make this stream 1 hour longer every year. That's a bad gateway drug right there.
I guess you could do for your next year, you could play King's Quest all the way through, first to last.
We thought of that. We talked about that this year. It's tricky. It's tough. I know that my largest following loves Myst above all else.
Mm-hmm.
I would be personally happy to branch out.
Well, all I want to hear is you say is "Shut up, Cedric."
Over and over and over.
I was watching part of your quote speed run, and I
Oh
got up to that
my.
point. Yeah, because there I was watching that documentary about the history of that game for speedrun, and yours wasn't technically a speedrun in a way because it was segmented, but they
Right.
included it on their list, and it's officially on the speedrun.com website that you're on there.
Yeah, they said they went ahead and grandfathered me in because I played my
Yeah,
speedrun so long ago that it was before there were rules, right? So
yeah.
like one reason why my time is so bad, and he talked about this, was that I was not
Well, yeah, because
playing
you're
at the
more for
same.
entertainment.
Well, also I was not playing at the same like CPU cycles in DOSBox, and that's a huge difference. But there were no standards, so I didn't think this
Yeah,
was something to game to try to get as much speed as possible. I saw it as, well, what's the most natural number to play at to simulate how the game originally felt? That's the number I was going for. I wasn't going for how to speed up the game as much as possible to improve my time. Because there was
yeah.
no concept, there was no discussion. I was just on my own, and I just arrived.
Mhm.
Let me try to think of a fair number rather than let me try to think of the best number for me, which is apparently the direction that everyone else took.
Yep.
And then there was also that thing. I was the only person at the fork in the going into the dark forest in King's Quest V. You can go either left or right.
Mhm.
Um, I was the only person that I think went left, and everyone else went right
Yeah, I
because
saw that.
I gamed the probabilities differently. It's
Because
going
you're skipping a
left.
level, I saw it was.
So I had no idea what the probabilities were. That's the thing. Like he says in his documentary, the probability is 50% at each one. I didn't know when I played the game. It seemed like the witch was showing up like 70% of the time on the first one, which if you know that, if you think that it's 70%, then you do want to go left, because that was my experience, but I guess it was just my bad luck, because you do want to go left because it's a shorter distance on that first one. If you go left, then it's a short distance on the first shot and a long distance on the second shot. It's the reverse if you go right. It's a long distance on the first screen, a short distance on the second screen. And so I was thinking too, I would love to go right if I could get the second screen in. That would be the fastest path and a really good short distance on that second screen. But I didn't feel like I would be lucky enough to get that far because it seemed like 70% of the time I was getting a bad luck outcome on the first one. So I was like, I'll just take it on the left side.
Well,
So
and then
I
also
was
apparently,
unaware of the probabilities. Right? Had I known those probabilities, which again, there was no documentation, I didn't know the code or anything like that. So, I just guessed that if that's the probability, then the left path is better. But because the probability is something else, the right path is better. Right? So it all just depends on what those probabilities are.
and then apparently, if you go into what the French version or something, there was a way to skip the Cedric 2 minute cutscene or something like that, on the
Yeah.
boat or whatever. I was like, wow.
Is there really no way to flip more than one of these pages at a time? Do I have to click like this?
I think if one of the brothers tells you the page number, it automatically turns to it,
That's right.
which is
But I'm
always
trying to.
158. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. That's what it is. But I'm doing this because I want to get all the pages on the screen at the same time.
Take out your phone, take a picture, you'll remember it more. And then I was watching the other documentary on King's Quest. Was it, I think, 7 or whatever and stuff? And like one guy to even look at your, quote, run at all or and stuff. And it was an interesting documentary as well for that one, and how they were able to glitch through things and whatnot. But I don't know. I just liked your entertainment more than the speed run.
Well, I appreciate it, although I think that I'd like to think my commentary ability has overall improved. Not right now. My brain is dead. I am not present at this time. But I'd like to think I'm better at that stuff than I was then. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I appreciate it. If you found it entertaining. I kind of look back at it now and go, "Ooh, I could have done that a little better, especially from the technical side, because my microphone was really, really, really bad." But okay, so I have all the pages stacked here. It went up on top instead of to the left here.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's weird.
Can you save while in the middle of the room and then just do each one?
Do we want to do these?
Just go for the good ending, Shady. Then
Just
we'll
skip.
move on.
Just why do we
Yeah.
want the good ending? Don't we want one of the?
Because we've had less of the good end. Because the bad endings in this version aren't very good, so. And it's better to see Kavia than to see Swirly Whirly Room.
Swirly whirly room. I guess it takes advantage of the
Paradox.
Dang it. That means I forgot to turn one of these on. Or maybe I turned something off because I thought I was. There we go. Sure, it's a garden. That's what we'll call it.
I think Garden's a fair name.
In this version?
Yeah.
Man. Really? You want me to enter this again? I don't know. I'm too tired to argue. RNG puzzles, Jesse. I've now gotten the dock, the planetarium, the garden, the clock, and the clock tower. I think I have had 4 different ones in my 4 runs. Now, the probability of getting all 8 in 8 consecutive runs, that's terribly low. Are we sure we don't want to completely ruin Jesse's opinion of this game by showing off the Cirrus and Achenar models?
Well,
Sure.
if you can
We'll
have
ruin it by showing the Atris model anyway.
Okay,
just
fine.
save or whatever if you want and do it.
Who the devil are you?
I don't know how this
Don't
works.
come here to Dunny, not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, as you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I fear you met my sons, Cirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Myst Island in my library. My library. Oh, it contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over-greedy explorers that might stumble upon my island of Myst.
And he stares at you intensely.
My own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Cirrus and Achenar. We had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it wasn't
There's still videos, Super Jesse. They just decided to replace the
I had not told them
videos with rendered models.
their imaginations.
I like the in-game actors better than the models. My gosh, they look like crap.
Of course, they did not know
If does the classic mode replace this one too, or just is it just the brothers?
I'm not too sure. I don't think it replaces the video in Dunny.
I had no
No, it can't. It
I
can't
think it is
replace
actually
that.
just the brothers in Dunny.
rest. Their own mother. They used their own.
I mean, this
You could
isn't a
probably-
book, right? I thought it was the stuff in the
originals
books.
are the originals are there as an option.
Myst, except they removed a single page from my Myst.
Oh, there's an option to check for it.
Cannot return without that page.
For the books.
My friend can bring that page to
You can watch the brothers in the books. I don't know if you can watch Atris in the book.
above the lies that my sons have told me.
Because if
So-
there wasn't an option to change it, there's probably a way to change the video file, and then it would change it in there.
They only added it an option
I must return.
to switch it back because of all the outrage.
Oh,
Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
So if you go in here, the settings, display, classic video mode. Enabling this replaces all updated character videos with the classic MVB styles from the original Myst. If you enable this option during a game session, you may need to reload a save or restart the game in order to properly see the video changes occur. And so I'm not going to bother right now.
that's fine.
Dang it. Okay, let's see if he says it.
Have you found the missing page? Oh, come. Come on then.
I mean, I basically played that with the Sega Saturn version. So he... This place is a bit more beat up. Where's Chuck Carter? Did they take him off the floor?
Don't know why they changed this room since it shows up in Uru and S5 as well. So it's not really helping the continuity to change it like this.
They took Chuck Carter off the floor. This is a travesty.
Ah, my friend, you've returned. And the page. Did you bring the page?
Nope. Oh, it's floating.
Ah, give it to me. Give me the page.
Who are you talking to?
Please, give me the page.
don't think they had models yet to turn heads, or they didn't think of it.
You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make. My sons have betrayed me.
It'd be funny if you could jump in there before you can get in there.
I shall return shortly.
I was able to link through while the book was closed. He put it to the side, but he hadn't opened it. I was able to click the book anyway and still link.
Oh, you did it earlier. That's interesting.
I think it was after he came back, but it was before he put the book to the side and opened it up.
It is done.
Trying.
I have many questions for you, my friend, but my writing cannot wait.
It's not working.
I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my
I
wife...
can't remember exactly when it was, but yeah, I was able to link while the book cover was still closed.
I wish I
and a reward. I'm sorry, but
had a
all I have
zoom
to offer
feature.
is the library on the island of Myst and the books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope you find the
Enhance.
exploration satisfying. You'll know
And we get another enhance on that.
Oh, and one more thing. I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons could ever imagine. At some point in the future,
That wasn't the original line, right?
necessary to request your assistance.
It's not that my sons couldn't imagine my foe. It's that if you could imagine a foe much greater than my sons.
Thank you.
Right?
The book. You can use the Myst linking.
I think the game's right shady from memory. I'm not trying to be contrarian, but I'm pretty sure it says much greater than my sons could even imagine.
Yeah, but the way he says it is, in that way, is, could even imagine. Like I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons. If you could even imagine. I don't know. Well, the book is closed. Like the casual way the original Atris says it. At the very least, he says even, not ever.
Yeah, he says even. Much greater than my sons could even imagine.
Yeah, so the could even imagine is a separate clause that is a more, after that pause is a more colloquial phrase that would actually apply to the person he's speaking to.
Alright, well, I didn't interpret it that way, so...
Hey, Axeman. I wasn't aware that you were... I wasn't sure if you were aware of this channel. I knew you were aware of my Twitch channel.
The Axeman is back.
What's back? What's back?
The Axeman is back.
Oh, the Axeman is back.
Is back.
Yep.
It's an expression.
So that's a guy in my time zone. Unless he's, I don't know, moved somewhere recently. So, one more down, one to go, finally.
Yep.
All right, let's forget it, and notice now I can finally say it without jinxing it. My computer didn't crash a single time after we took emergency measures. So let's see here. Need to play around with OBS a little more. I think I made this one for this version, which would be unfortunate. I could quickly make a better version if you want the more zoomed in thing. But
It's up to you.
it would be easier if we just said forget it. We're not done. No, we're not. We're still going. We'll be here a while. But I'll try to go quickly. I keep saying that and I never do. Okay. I'm gonna do. Oh, I gotta wait for this. Here it goes. All right.